And we are back with yet another episode of the most quotable films of all time. And as voted by you guys, E.T. the Extraterrestrial won out on this one. So, yeah, very quotable movie. Can't argue that one. And as we were just discussing off air, still a pretty great movie overall.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah. And yeah, whether it's for purely nostalgic reasons or, John Williams' score alone, that might be one of his very best. Yeah. And great child acting too, as we'll see in some of these quotes. So let's see. I think you started off last episode. So I'll start off with my number five, speaking of child quotes. And this is in the beginning of the movie where his older brother is giving him all these ideas of what he might have seen outside.
Yeah,
Like,
that was one of my favorite conversations of the
yeah,
whole thing.
yes. So he's saying like goblins and stuff, and then
Yeah,
Elliot gets mad and says,
It was nothing like that, penis breath.
I know. That's also my number five.
"Nice, okay, wow, we might be in tune on
Yeah,
this one."
actually, Michael said maybe enough for a leprechaun, and Elliot said it was nothing like that penis breath. And then the
Okay,
mother tells them all to sit down and stuff. But it
yeah.
was a whole thing arguing thing.
I love the mother's face too when she says Elliot, like she's mad, but she's also like kind of holding back laughing because it
Yeah.
is really funny.
And
Making,
actually, the whole thing was Michael. Maybe it was an iguana, and Elliot goes, it was no iguana.
yeah.
Maybe Michael goes, maybe, you know how they say there are alligators in the sewers? And Gertie
Well,
goes,
hold on.
alligator.
That's my number four.
Oh, okay. If you're going to
Don't,
do the
yeah,
thing,
yeah. So
okay.
my number four is because you got to have a Gertie line in this, and that I know we say it all the time between each other. So my number four is Gertie saying,
Alligators in the sewers.
she's just so cute in that. And obviously Drew Barrymore went on to do many cute movies and what a great role. So did you not have that quote then? Because
No, I didn't. Because I
I'm
didn't want to
surprised.
keep breaking up. You could do the whole top five with that.
Yeah, that scene is
I
got is
know.
very quotable. So
Yeah.
that's the only two quotes I did from that scene. But
Okay.
what's your number four?
Uh, my number four is Elliot looking at E.T.'s corpse, in the plastic thing.
Uh-huh.
And he's got tears in his eyes and he's saying, I believe in you all my life, every day. E.T., I love you.
Okay.
Very
Wow, you
sad.
went very sentimental and sad
Yeah.
on this one.
Well, a lot of it
Yeah,
is sentimental too. I mean,
yeah,
there was other, things too, but
yeah, yeah. Okay, very good. I'm still shocked you don't have alligators in the sewers
I know, I
because
know.
I've heard you say that so many times in real life. Just like totally randomly, usually. So, okay, my number three, I went with another funny one, and this is towards the end when Greg says,
Well, can he just beam up?
This is reality, Greg.
That was a good one.
yeah, yeah, good Star Trek references, a lot of
Yeah,
good references to other sci-fi movies within the movie. Like the scene where they're trick-or-treating and there's Yoda,
yeah.
and then ET's like, home. That's pretty great. So, what's your number three?
Be good.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that whole scene has a couple quotes too. I was gonna try to combine them, but then like, he says be good to Gertie, then there's there's ouch. That's a whole other thing. but it's not close enough together. So what I went with as my number 2 from the same scene is
I'll be right here.
so what's your number 2?
My number 2 is
I'm keeping him.
Okay. Interesting pick there. Yeah. Which I think is from the same scene as my number 1, which is the iconic
E.T. phone home.
right. And that's my number 1 also.
Okay, very
Have to
good.
be.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the most quotable.
I
So
mean, and that was said a couple of times in the movie too. So
right. Yeah, and I can't remember. I guess we'll have to go to the tape to see exactly how it's said. But and like the first time it's said, I think they have to kind of question what he said and then repeat it.
right.
But yeah, iconic scene from an iconic movie. So yeah, this is going to be interesting putting together now. So obviously, number 1 is E.T. Phone Home. I would say I'll Be Right Here needs to go at 2 over I'm Keeping Him, which will be our 3. And then let's see. So then it's between Be Good and Can't You Just Beam Him Up at 4 and 5. Doesn't really matter what's higher, I guess. We can put Be Good at 4 and the Beam Him Up at 5. So that's a pretty good list.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite scene in the movie was not spoken. That's the one where E.T.'s drinking the beer,
yeah,
like controlling Elliot's mind when he's
yeah,
at school, and
right.
they're doing the frog dissections,
Yeah.
and then he kisses the girl at the end of the scene.
Yeah, that's a great scene. Yeah, that and then of course the well, both flying in the bike scenes. The first time that it happens with just Elliot, and then at the big ending, actually the whole bike chase is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
Not just the music, but what the effects at the time that Spielberg was able to pull off. Really cool. And the iconic, which is now he uses for all Amblin productions, going in front of the moon thing. So all right. Well, classic list. So here are the top 5 quotes from E.T. according to 3 and 4 right now.
Well, can he just beam up?
This is reality, Greg.
Be good.
Yes. I'm keeping him.
I'll be right here. E.T. phone home.
Yeah. All right. So now we got to pick the 4 movies starting with the letter F. This is a tough one because there's a lot of good ones. So looking at my list from last year, I think we both had Forrest Gump, which was what was chosen. So I just added one more to mine. So my list is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Fargo, A Few Good Men, and Full Metal Jacket. What is yours?
are you going from bottom to
Oh,
top?
I was going from top to bottom there.
Oh, okay. So say them again.
Ferris Bueller, Fargo, A Few Good Men, and Full Metal Jacket.
Okay.
What do you have?
Okay. Mine, top, bottom.
Yeah.
It's Fargo, or Ferris Bueller's Day Off, A Few Good Men, and 5 Easy Pieces.
Awesome. So basically the same, except our number 4 is different. So we got to flip a coin between Full Metal Jacket and 5 Easy Pieces. I don't know. I mean, of course, you got the one iconic scene with Nicholson in Five Easy Pieces,
Yeah, right.
but I think Full Metal Jacket has more quotable lines throughout, I would say. Just the
Uh,
drill sergeant alone, you could do a top five on. So
yeah, that's true.
so you're all right with that?
Yeah, there's an old movie too that's like that. It was
Yeah.
called DI, the
Hmm.
DI drill instructor.
Yeah.
And I think Jack Webb plays the DI, and he's got all those lines in that movie too.
Yeah. I
My
think
favorite scene with the movie
mhm,
in the DI,
mhm,
just to go off a little bit on a tandem, uh, they're on the beach, laying in the sand,
mhm.
and they were told not to move. And then one guy slaps his neck because there was a flea on it,
Yeah.
and then he flicks away in the sand. So the
Mhm.
DI makes him come back in the night to look for the flea that he killed.
Ridiculous.
And so one of the guys gets smart and he goes, a flea bites him, so he kills it and he saves it. And
Right.
then he goes to the DI, he goes, I found it, I found it, I found it. And then he goes, was it male or female? And
Yeah.
he goes, female. And he goes, no, this is a male.
Oh my God. Ridiculous, man. How old is that movie?
Oh God, I remember seeing it in the movies when I was a kid.
Okay. Okay. So like early 60s maybe.
Yeah, that's the oldest
Or
thing I remember from the movie.
yeah, that's cool. Well, very good. Well, all right. Well, here are your four movies to choose from, starting with the letter F. Any one of these could win, and I'll be happy. Fargo, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, A Few Good Men, and Full Metal Jacket. So you know what to do, either in the comments below or on Johnny Radio's poll. And we'll see you on the next one. Love you.
Love you too.
All right, bye.
Bye.